What if you win a $100 million lottery? What will you do with your money? Will you buy luxurious mansions and private jets for yourself, help your friends and family, or perhaps spend money in casinos? Before you start imagining how you will spend your money, what if we say winning a $100 million lottery is your loss? Perhaps you might not believe us and think we want a chunk of your money. Don't worry, we don't want anything. But hundreds or perhaps thousands of people will just appear before you magically to take your money away. Some will bring lawsuits, while others will use strategies to make you softer and tender enough to sting you well. But why will this happen at all? Why are we telling you about these dark and cynical things when you can survive freely with your money? Well, history has got lessons for you if you've just won a $100 million lottery. You will find out why winning the lottery is more like a liability. You will learn about the story of Jack Whittaker and what you should do if you ever won one. We know you have already started feeling doubtful. You are already thinking about what will happen if you really win the lottery. Will it come with perpetual problems on which you will spend all your life and money? We don't want to scare you, but the reality hints towards this probability. Imagine you have won a $100 million lottery. You wake up and find this news that no one knows about yet. Now, don't do anything at all. Rather, relax and try to be conscious of the situation. We are asking you not to share this news, because if you do, you will be surrounded by people shamelessly willing to snatch your money within the next few minutes. Not only that, but a series of unexpected and troubling incidents will unfold, drowning you with your money. The reason we are telling you this is simple. Chances for a jackpot winner to end up in alarming situations are more than those from the middle class. The ones who win large jackpots are prone to be victim of homicide, kidnapping, bankruptcy, drug overdose, and lawsuits by hundreds of times more than those who don't. At this point, you start to feel that sudden money can make things worse, even if you don't intend to. But believe us, your conscious mind sleeps when money comes into your hand. You become the catalyst, preparing your own downfall. Or, if you keep yourself within limits, the so-called friends, family, and financial advisors will be waiting in queues to leak your bank accounts. Either way, you will be doomed to lose every penny you have won from the lottery. But how can we say that with certainty? Well, history has got examples for us to see and learn from. Hundreds of people have won lotteries worth millions of dollars, and 70% of them end up declaring bankruptcy. Most of them lose everything within 2 to 3 years of winning the lottery. Let's know about the man who won the largest jackpot in US history. What happened to him is tragic, unbelievable, and no less than fictional at the same time. You will find that out after listening to his story. The man we are talking about is Jack Whittaker, a citizen from West Virginia who won the largest jackpot in US history in 2002 at the age of 55 years. His jackpot amount was a staggering $315 million. However, even after winning this jackpot, he decided, or said, that he would live as nothing had changed, except that he would spend more time with his family. Even before winning the jackpot, his net worth was $15 million. He used to have a decent lifestyle, not a pompous one. He was wealthy before winning the jackpot, which shows that he had the sense and ability to allocate the resources prudently. This creates an impression that Mr. Whittaker would have uncovered the art of protecting the sudden won money. Well, that's not the case. Who said that money makes a person wise? What happened to him was rather interesting. Mr. Whittaker decided to get the cash instead of the annuity option. He took $170 million, out of which $56 million went into taxes, leaving him with $113 million. When he claimed the jackpot and became a public figure, he said that he was going to give away much of his winnings. This led to a large number of people approaching him for money. People were lurking in parking lots or store aisles waiting for him. Financial advisors would find him and suggest ideas to help Mr. Whittaker preserve and grow his jackpot money. Ultimately, Mr. Whittaker got fed up with all this, and he started avoiding them. This led to Whittaker to hire deputies to protect his family from people pouring into his home and disturbing his family. After that, hundreds of letters started to reach his address. Children with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and every other would send him letters asking for help. That's where Whitaker made a mistake and decided to help everyone sending him letters. Perhaps anyone could get his money, whether they were a patient or not. Whitaker felt for everyone and spent his fortune helping them, threatening his financial future. Brenda, the lady who had sold Whitaker the lottery ticket, was in debt. Whitaker wrote her a $44,000 check and even bought her a car and a $123,000 house. This made some people wrongly assume that Brenda was a millionaire, and her family and relatives started demanding help from her, which she could not give. Everyone, whether known or stranger, was lying in wait to test their luck and try to squeeze some money from Whitaker. He didn't know that with money, he had accepted dangers and threats to his life, family, and fortune. After some time, Whitaker's car was broken into, and people he knew stole his money. $500,000 and $200,000 were stolen in these two incidents. In the first incident, thieves mixed drugs in Whitaker's drink and stole money from his car while he was at a strip club. While in the second incident, his granddaughter's friends stole money from Whitaker's car after getting information from her. People were making fun of Whitaker as well when he did not give the city $10,000 to make the water park more accessible to the handicapped. People accused him of spending more money at the strip club than helping disabled children. With time, Whitaker expanded his business and tripled his employees. He gave a whopping sum of $14 million to charity to help the community. But this was not what people had expected of him. His plans to spend more time with family did not work out, and he was even busier than before. Whitaker faced emergencies and deaths as well. Brandy, Whitaker's 17-year-old granddaughter, was getting large sums of money. She was getting a $2,000 allowance per week, and it was not unusual for her to be given $5,000 in a single day. One day, she was found dead after being missing for 2 weeks. The cause of death was a drug overdose due to the unchecked money she was getting and using on drugs. 3 months earlier from her death, her 18-year-old boyfriend was also found dead in Whitaker's vacation house due to a drug overdose. Money was causing deaths now. His parents sued Whitaker for being the catalyst in causing their son's death. They accused Whitaker's loose purse and, surprisingly, got support from the jury. Whitaker then had to pay the settlement. Mr. Whitaker sadly passed on in 2020. You might feel it's just one example. Well, that's not the case. There are plenty of examples. Billy Bob Harrell won $31 million. However, he committed suicide within 2 years of winning the lottery due to unhappiness and loneliness, after going through a divorce and falling for a scam. William Post won $16.2 million. His brother hired a contract murderer to get him killed along with his sixth wife. Luckily, he survived. He was later sued by his landlady and convicted of assault for shooting a debt collector. He declared bankruptcy and died in 2006. Abraham Shakespeare won $17 million in 2007. By 2009, he had spent most of his money and was eventually shot and killed by a friend. Evelyn Adams won twice in 1985 and 1986, amounting to $5.4 million, but lost most of her fortune to gambling and unsuccessful business deals. And the list goes on and on. But let's say you have won the lottery and have $100 million to your name. What should you do now to preserve your money, build a safety net, and prevent problems prudently? Let's find out. Before you claim your money, change your phone number and mailing address and practice disguising yourself. You don't want people to recognize you when your picture is taken. And yes, don't reveal yourself after claiming the jackpot money. The urge will be unfathomable, but resist it. Next, follow these steps. Step 1. Get an attorney. This should be the first step because when you hire an attorney, you get a legal force at your back. Get an attorney from a nationally renowned law firm with a great reputation. He is going to help you at every step of managing your money because the real threat to your money is not the thieves and the public, but the people willing to have a legal battle with you. You want to avoid paying money in settlements, right? Step 2. Decide how much to give to your friends and family. You have already seen that Mr. Whitaker's friends, family, and relatives squeezed him to get money from him. Some coaxed, some fooled, and some robbed him directly. If you don't want that to happen to you, you have to decide how much money you want to allocate to your friends and family. You have to pick a percentage and consider it final. Perhaps you can choose 10% of the jackpot money for that. Share this with your lawyers so that they can arrange for that. You must keep in mind that you should never consult this with your family. Mostly, you would like to help and offer money to your family rather than friends. However, when you consult them about how much they should be given, conflicts of interest and opinions can create a mess. No matter who is close to you in the family, just don't consult with anyone at all. If you talk to even one person, this will spread, and everyone else will feel resentment, creating complexities. Step 3. Avoid investment managers. It's sort of a rule for millionaires to have investment managers manage their money. However, this does not mean you should follow what everyone else is doing. Usually, these investment managers charge a percentage of your assets, mostly 1%, and in return, try to beat the market for you. However, keep in mind that the extra risk and the returns are not worth it. Research shows that 90% of actively managed investment funds fail to beat the market. So, you might only get a little bit more than the 1% assets your investment manager is taking. Step 4. Invest your money. After setting aside a generous portion for friends and family, it's time to turn your attention to securing your newfound wealth. With 30% of your winnings, or $30 million, you can fortify your financial foundation with low-risk government bonds. These investments, such as long-term US and G7 treasuries, are as solid as they come, offering stability and steady return of around 3.5%. This means an annual income of $1,050,000, enough to place you near the top 1% of income earners in the United States. But why stop there? With a staggering $60 million still at your disposal, it's time to build a second safety net. Consider investing half of this sum, or $30 million, in the S&P 500 index, a collection of the top 500 performing companies in the United States. Not only are index funds known for their lower fees, but they also have the potential to yield a yearly return of 7% to 9%. Unless there is an economic downturn, that's at least $2,100,000 in passive income every year. Over time, your investments will grow, becoming a reliable source of financial security. Step 5. Spend the leftover money. Now you are left with $30 million. What should you do with that? Well, take out the list of things you have always wanted. With this kind of wealth, you can splash out, live it up, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Buy expensive cars, mansions, private jets, yachts, or whatever you want. Even if you spend this entire $30 million, it does not matter because your future is safe. You will still get around $260,000 every month from all your investments, while your investment in the S&P 500 index will also grow. You have a steady income source enough to cover all your luxurious expenses. You have what 99% of the world does not have. Your family also has a safe future. You have got nothing to worry about. Would you want to win a $100 million lottery and welcome the complimentary obnoxious problems? Or would you rather not to win the lottery and keep yourself away from the troubling problems? Comment your opinions in the comment section below. Let us know your choice and the reason behind it. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get more mini documentaries like this. Thanks for watching.